business is all Greek to me. Well, you mean they come in different sizes and at the same price? Oh, for heaven's sake, well, send us the larger ones. Yeah, it's about time you told us about this. You know, you've been sending us all those weak ones all year. Yeah, and send them as soon as possible, please. I've got guests coming tonight, and just as sure as shooting, one of those weak little fuses will blow up. They're supposed to blow. Oh, you silly man, you.
Huh?
All right, you do.
Oh.
You send a larger one. Yeah. Goodbye. Oh, this modern life. You have your choice. You can either eat or use the telephone. Oh, 5:30, I gotta get on the beam. Mother never had all these conveniences. Ooh. Bob, come quick!
Coming, dear.
Oh, you and your Jim Dandy wiring. That thing's spitting sparks again.
Oh, well, it's just the extension cord, dear. You know, why don't I put this over the door, huh? Like that. And down here.
Oh, this room looks like a clothesline factory.
Well, I'll fix it up now, right away.
I wish you'd let me call that electrician.
What electrician?
Oh, you know, the one I called before when you tried to fix the doorbell and blew out all the fuses doing it.
Oh, no. How was I supposed to know that thing needed a condenser?
A transformer.
All right, a transformer. That's all right. That works. Say, I wonder if I've got too many plugs on there. Well, I know one thing. If I'd done the wiring in this house, things would be a lot better. Now, wait a minute. Just stop everything, Mr. Einstein. Now, what hot little gimmick are you cooking up in that head of yours now? Do you know that we could sell half the ideas in this house right now? Well,
to the fun house at Coney Island.
You asked me to do something, didn't you?
Don't, Bob.
What?
Don't turn on the television set. You know very well we have to turn off the light in the kitchen so the picture won't flip-flop. I'm sorry. If you want to, you can connect my lamps for me.
Thank you very much.
I want them right here. Oh, listen, I almost forgot to tell you. Jim and Marjorie are coming over tonight. Oh, I've got so many things to do. Oh, dear. I wonder, does one wash extension cords before or after the silver?
Four plus.
4 plus what?
Plus this.
I suppose this means we're in for more of our booby-trap wiring.
I've got 2 extension cords I think are just the right length. I've got the one I used in the Christmas tree, and there's an old one down there I used to use in the refrigerator when I lived at Charles Street, remember?
Yeah, I remember you carved out the door.
I had to carve out the door, dear, so that the wire wouldn't get frayed too much. Always keep in mind, dear, safety first. Darling, I am growing older. Silver threads among the gold, and you always be forgotten. When the wind keeps you before, you will be forgotten soon. And ere the day we will go hearts forever. What a racket these electricians have got. I'll have that job finished in just about a minute and a half. And you know what they charge you? $5 at least. Better light, better sight. Jump. Tonight, courts. You gotta be handy with tools. and you're gonna know what you're doing. But baby, that's me. Yeah! Sally! Sally!
Just a minute, soulmate. Coming. Oh, Mother warned me about everything. But this. Me with more ham than any one woman deserves, and I have to buy it and serve it yet.
Ham, huh? Well, I got the electrical problem licked all right. Everything works fine now. It's a good thing I thought of getting big fuses. That character. Selling us small fuses. You know, that burns me up.
Burns you up. Burns you. Hey, Bob. Don't fuses have something to do with preventing fires?
Fuses?
Mm-hmm.
No, dear. They're just part of the switch box in the basement. You know, if they wouldn't complicate wiring so much, we'd be a lot better off. Oh. Yeah.
Hi. How are you?
Hello, Bob.
After a while, Jim was.
How you doing, Jim?
Hi. Well, how's our electrical wizard coming along?
Well, I don't think anything's going to blow up in our faces anyway. We love to live dangerously.
Goodness, Sally. What are all the wires for?
Oh, this is a game, Marge.
What?
Well, you see, you decide which one goes where and which will short-circuit what.
Quite a thrill.
Oh, yeah, I get quite a charge out of it.
Look, you budding firebug, why don't you do something about your crazy wiring?
Do something? What do you think I've been doing?
You know what I mean? If you don't consider your own house and lives, think of your neighbors. That mess of extension cord is dangerous. A fire here could spread to the house next door.
Oh.
Yeah. Is this burns?
It happens to be a sprain.
Yeah? Looks to me like your screwball wiring has tripped you up already.
Every night I have nightmares about being lassoed by wires. Now, Jim, you're an electrical man. Don't you know how to de-energize this big lug?
Well, sure. The first thing you do...
Yeah, I know, Mr. Power Company man. You can improve my wiring. Also, it's going to cost me dough.
Well, now, look, Bob. I'm not needling. You've been here. Our adequate wiring committee at the Electric League has been checking into wiring conditions all over this town. And we've come up with some answers for situations just like yours. Now, this is important. And it's so important, as a matter of fact, that our power company gave me the assignment to give group meeting talks on this subject in our area. Fact is, I've already prepared a talk on the subject.
Now, Jim, dear.
I'm listening.
You can do me a big favor, Bob.
Yeah?
Now, I've got some charts out in the car. It'll only take me a minute to get them. How about letting me try out my talk on you?
Go ahead.
Good. And, brother, you could use some information on how to improve your wiring.
Oh, Bob, if you'd just listen to Jim with an open mind.
Open mind like a sieve. We pay taxes to be properly electrocuted by the state, and he wants to get in the act, too.
Oh, Sally, it can't be as bad as all that.
It can't be. You don't know. Your husband's only an expert, but mine's a genius.
Very funny.
Well, here we are. And what a subject.
And this animated short circuit of mine will listen, I guarantee it.
Well, I'll just put this chart here. Open it up. The first one. There, so you can see it. You can see it, can't you, Bob?
I don't know how I could possibly miss it.
Good. Now, adequate wiring in the home is the simplest thing in the world to understand. Once you eliminate the technical side of it.
And also husbands with screwdrivers and extension cords.
That's right. But remember, Sally, all Bob was trying to do was to fix things up for your convenience. Now, that desire, plus his Mr. Fix-It ideas resulted in this confusion. Adequate house wiring is simply a safe wiring job, which allows you to connect appliances, lamps, radios, TVs, anywhere you want them. And also allows you to operate everything satisfactorily at the same time without blowing fuses. Now this, plus convenient wall switch controls, assures you real electrical safety and comfort.
Switch controls. Say, that reminds me of an idea I've been working...
Quiet, please. You're to listen, remember?
Oh, honey.
Now, this first chart shows your service entrance and your panel distribution box. Now, any changes to this must be done by a qualified electrician. It's really just what we called it, an entrance. This is where you get power from your utility company. Now, if it isn't large enough to allow sufficient current through to operate everything correctly, it must be made larger. It's similar to the entrance of your main water pipe. Now, the best advice on this is to call your power company. They will check your service entrance to see if it is large enough to carry the load of your present and contemplated equipment.
Now, look...
There is no charge for this.
Oh?
Mr. Jones just asked you to check our entrance, Hickey. Didn't you, darling?
Oh, yeah, sure. I'm asking you, Jim.
Fine, Bob. Now, this next chart shows how electric current gets to your various rooms. These branch wires go to your outlets. Now, of course, separate circuits should be installed for equipment such as electric ranges, clothes dryers, and other large equipment. Now, there should be enough of them, and the wires should be large enough to allow you to operate all your appliances and lamps at the same time, and also to be able to take care of new appliances in the future.
Did you leave out the part, where you tell people how they'll know if too many things are plugged in on one circuit?
Oh, no, honey, I was just coming to that. Now, if you should happen to plug in too many appliances or lamps or whatever, that overloads the circuit. Now, a fuse connected to these wires acts as a safety valve. A small element in the fuse heats up, breaks, and prevents any further flow of current.
Yeah. Well, sure, anybody knows that. It blows.
That's right. Always replace your blown fuse with the correct size new fuse. Never replace your blown fuse with a larger sized fuse.
Or pennies.
And never place pennies behind your fuses. This is as dangerous as putting gasoline-soaked rags next to a furnace. And also, never try to do your own wiring system repairs. It's a technical profession and not to be fooled with.
How true. Bob, those larger fuses we got today.
What do you mean, we?
Oh, me.
Now, this chart shows the hopeless situation of trying to make too few outlets supply the electrical needs of any sized room. Oh, and incidentally, I used your exact living room as my example because it sort of showed an outstanding situation.
Ah, me. The sordid life of the Joneses exposed.
You know, Bob, you could sue Jim for this.
Well, I don't know as I like you.
Strictly a rib, Bob. But look, there were only 3 outlets installed in this room when the house was built 20 years ago. Now, that was all right when you only had a couple of small lamps in the living room, and even these outlets wear out in time. Today, we have 3, 4, 5 lamps burning in our living rooms with far bigger bulbs, and many more electrical living devices are used in our homes today. Now, here is your room as you have it right now. Now, this old original wiring system was never designed for such full use. First, there are not enough circuits. Secondly, if there aren't enough outlets, like in this room, we resort to just what you have been doing here. No thought was ever given to the fact that this original wiring was only built to take care of 3 outlets, and probably only 1/4 of the load you have on it today. Almost none of the homes built before 1940 have electrical wiring systems which are adequate to meet the electrical needs of today.
Comforting, isn't it?
Now, the first step is to install more outlets so you can plug in everything everywhere you want it, without this octopus of extension cord wiring.
Say, you could write a book about how to rid your house of octopuses.
We have plenty of printed information on that subject. Oh, and incidentally, correct word is octopi.
Oh.
Now here, Bob. Here is an approved material that'll furnish you with enough outlets for all time. It's called plug-in strip. This is the perfect answer toward having that spread of outlets all along the baseboards, rather than too few and always cluttered up and wrongly located duplex outlets. This plug-in strip gets rid of all those octopus-loaded duplex outlets. Makes it totally unnecessary to use any extension cords. Now here are some photo enlargements of actual installations of plug-in strip that have been put in around town. These were all old wiring jobs that have been modernized to take care of today's demands of electric usage for any room in your house. Plug-in strip was the perfect answer for these homes. These strips are quickly installed in your living room, bedroom, or kitchen by your electrician without mess or tearing out plaster. You can paint them to match your walls or baseboards. With plug-in strip, you have a spread of outlets all around the room. And no matter how you wish to arrange your room, you have outlets every 18 inches for safe, convenient use. Your electrician will connect them properly and in accordance with the electrical code.
Isn't that a wonderful idea, Sally?
It's a miracle. You know, the other night I was so upset about old Screwball here and his wiring. I just wished for a baseboard with outlets all around. All the time here it was. Are you hungry? Oh, I'm starved.
Bob, let me figure out a revamp job of your wiring. We'll have an electrician check the work and give you a price. Now, the job will include plug-in strip all around this room on top of the baseboards. Well, what do you say?
Oh, I don't know, Jim. It sounds good, all right. But holy smoke, what'll it cost?
For the amount of safety and convenience you'll experience, I'll bet you say it's the best buy you ever made.
And more than that, my darling husband, if you don't want a divorce on the grounds of willfully creating electrical booby traps, thus endangering the life and the sanity of your spouse, you'll get with it. I smell smoke.
What? Oh, maybe I left my cigarette somewhere.
Maybe the sandwiches are burning.
No, not unless I use shingles for bread. That's what I smell. Fire department, please,
Bob,
operator.
go down and cut the main switch.
Right.
This is Mrs. Sally Jones at 451 Woodland Road. Now get everybody over here quick. Certainly it's wood I smell. Well, if you think we're toasting marshmallows, just bring all the boys over and have some.
There. I guess that'll take care of the short circuit or whatever it is.
Everything all right?
I must remember who gave me this at my wedding shower. That girl knew him better than I did. Come on, kids, let's watch this from the outside. Come on, Junior. So soon?
Uh-huh.
Well, my electrical emancipation is complete. Oh, look at that lovely baseboard trim. Look at those lovely outlets. Every 18 inches. Oh, yummy.
Lady, there's nothing on my worksheet about emancipation, but whatever it is, it's done.
You have stricken the shackles of electrical thrombosis from my home. You have cut the creeping, crawling, extension cord octopus from my life. You've made it possible for me to live.
Well, I don't know about that, lady, but whoever figured out that wiring mesh you had before figured out a couple of dozen ways to kill a wife. And legal, too. You couldn't prove a thing. But you don't have to worry anymore. That plug-in strip will take care of you from now on. Oh, by the way, you can easily paint that plug-in strip to match the baseboard if you want to.
Yes, sir, Jim. I brought this electrician in and I told him this is what I want. I want a great big panel box, Jim. I told him, I want a great big panel box. I want more circuits, and I want enough outlets so that wife of mine will stop hollering for more all the time.
Robert Benson Jones, you did no such thing. You didn't.
And that's exactly what I got, too. Look at that baseboard, Jim.
Yeah, I know.
Full of them.
Yeah, I planned the layout, so...
You know, people don't realize the necessity for these things. Not just for convenience, but for safe living.
Oh, no.
Now, darling, all my life, you know it, I've been concerned with safety in the home.
Oh, this is too much.
And that's for you. I hope this is going to put a stop to your fooling around with electricity. From now on, those fuses are my concern.
But she was only doing that because you wouldn't
I
take the
know,
time.
I know. But a woman's place is in the home, not in the fuse box down the basement. You know, overloading those circuits can be very dangerous. It could easily
Cause another fire.
Well, that'll be just about enough out of you, Mrs. Jones. Don't you ever let me catch you plugging more than one thing into an outlet.
She won't have to.
That's right. Why not?
You have plug-in strip. Remember?
All right.
Where are you going?
Out in the backyard to bury this octopus.